Good morning, children. Welcome back. We are continuing the chapter Reproduction in Plants. This is the assignment based video to be sent on the last week of November. And you can see there are four questions we are discussing today. These are from exercise. We have been discussing about exercise questions with the diagrams. Okay? Now, the question is this. Which plant reproduces by spore formation? Okay, spores formation is common in ferns. You can see ferns, mosses, and you can see fungi as well. Fungi. So spore formation is common in ferns, mosses, and fungi. Actually, what are spores? Spores are tiny spherical unicellular structure. Tiny spherical unicellular structure covered by thick walls. So you can see tiny thick walled spherical structure. They are unicellular. Okay, unicellular, tiny, thick walled spherical structure which help them to overcome the unfavorable condition. Because of the thick wall, it helps them to overcome the unfavorable conditions. Unfavorable conditions like dry climate, overwater, extreme hot, extreme pressure, and chemical presentation. All these are unfavorable conditions for germination of the seeds. So, seeds or the spores will be covered by thick wall. When the favorable condition comes, the thick wall will be broken and the spore germinate. This spore germination or spore formation is very common in bread mold. If you keep a slice of bread, okay, a slice of bread you keep almost in the moist environment. After some days, you can see small thread-like structure develop. This thread-like structure developed is called bread mold. Bread mold. You can see bread mold grow on different food items, even our leather shoes and many other home materials that we use daily. Okay, you can see stale bread grows, spores settle on the bread. But you can see different types of food items and different types of leather items, shoes, bags. All this can be a the germinating place. If favorable conditions are there with the water, some favorable temperature, the bread mold will develop on it. And not only that, the spores can travel a great distance. Okay, and they can land on the favorable place and germinate. So you can see the bread mold. You can see that is a very common fungi. Okay. Right. Now the second question: how does sexual reproduction different from asexual reproduction? We have already studied the sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. Let me tell you first asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction only one parent is involved, whereas sexual reproduction two parents are involved. And these two parents we can say male and female parents. So in asexual reproduction, the new offspring, new organisms are formed from a single parent, whereas in sexual reproduction, the new organisms are formed by the fusion of the gametes from two parents. Second point, in asexual reproduction there is no seed production. Seed formation is absent in asexual reproduction, whereas in sexual reproduction seed formation is there. Okay. Now, third point, in asexual reproduction, the young ones formed are exactly similar to the parents. Exactly similar to the parent. So, being only one parent involved in the asexual reproduction, you can see in asexual reproduction, the young ones formed are exactly similar to their parent. Whereas in sexual reproduction, we can see certain amount of variation, certain amount of differences. It means that the young ones formed are not exactly similar to their parents. So, three differences we have already discussed and said. Now, list different kinds of asexual reproduction. I have already told you there is one process The common asexual reproduction you can see in plants is fragmentation. Fragmentation. The second one is called the budding. Third one we can see spore formation. And the fourth one you can see vegetative reproduction. Vegetative reproduction. So these are the four types of asexual reproduction in plants. Fragmentation you can see in Spirogyra, alga. Then budding you can see yeast and hydra. Okay. Spore formation you can see in bread mold. Okay. Now the fifth one, vegetative propagation, you can see many plants like rose we discussed in which the vegetative parts such as root, stem and leaves produce new plants. Clear? What is vegetative reproduction? Production of new plants from the vegetative parts such as root, stem and leaves is called vegetative reproduction. So this we have already described and asked in the and discussed in the live classes, and this is the module I am sending. Okay, right. Thank you very much.